Hello, I'm Dr. Usha Hariram, one of the author of the series of books that is Applied Grammar and Composition for English. The team of authors, they're all experienced teachers who have used personal experiences to write these series and try to fill in the existing gaps. These teachers, catering to MI, that is multiple intelligence, have authored the books along with me. This is Applied English Grammar and Composition. We have series from class 1 to 8 in which we have different aspects which we will be taking in detail one by one. In our series, all the concepts are explained in such a manner that one by one we have taken up the units so that the understanding is easy. We have taken up one by one each concept and then we have reviewed, we have understood whether the child understands or not, then we have gone back. As teachers, we all believe that grammar should not be taught separately. It should be taught together along with the books, not separately. We've got lots of illustrations. If you look at it from the NEP point of view, National Education Policy, in that government has talked about that we should have holistic approach, we should have, collaborative and inclusive system. So that is what we have tried to create. I will be showing you the pages where we have tried to bring in passages where the child understands holistically, not only about the grammar and the language, not only listening, reading and writing, but many more skills that they will pick up. Government has been talking about it, especially in our NEP, to have our art education, to have artists. So we have those artistic displays and where the children can explain in the language form and they can understand the art also and about our country and the culture of different states. Usefulness for the teachers and students, the exercises are very extensive. They are well graded and they include crossword puzzle, riddles, word searchers in the primary section books. Now digital support is also there with our books. Digital Century, the book with digital features, is a very good learning tool along with our books. Reading passages are a cut above the usual passages found in other books. Learners can relate to these passages which revolve around everyday incidents and the events. Answer keys in the textbook exercises are also provided. Those exercises keys are provided only for reinforcement. Once we have completed the unit and we have those exercises for the children to practice. And then this form of worksheets material becomes a very good resource material not only for the children, for the students and even for the parents and of course for the teachers when they are teaching the classroom situation. Now see book number 1, Applied English Grammar and Composition for class 1. See, the course design has been created in such a manner that it looks very attractive. There are all the exercises which are there, which are full of colors, colorful for the children, especially for the junior children. And when they are chatting, they are discussing, it gives a very good feeling to the children. They feel involved along with this. Now book 2. In this, the speciality which I have really taken out is reading comprehension. In this, how a butterfly is born and the details about it, and then how the children are, it's basically an informal way of teaching. They are interacting with each other. It's an interactive English kind. For example, they are discussing what health is wealth, and Johnny loves jam. There has been this thing, but we have made it in a very different form and made it more attractive for the children to understand, especially for children in the junior schools, second standard. Now, for example, in book number 5, I'm just taking out one page, Let's Chat, in which conversation is there, a very informal conversation between two children. In this, they are talking about, I went for an adventure trip. Did you, how was the camp? And, so that they learn how to converse, how to speak. Now, there's another one in which they are talking about, again, two friends been abroad and what they have seen in London, and he's sharing it with his friends. Now there's another one in which they are talking. Now then we have the most important part is the revision part, in which one by one, whatever unit we have done, whichever chapter we have done, we have prepared a revision paper for the children. The children can do it themselves with the help of the parents in case of juniors. In case of seniors, of course, when I look into the 7 and 8, the children can do it themselves. So these revision test papers are really different from anybody. Most of the books do not have this kind of program that has been prepared by us in our books. Teacher's manual for each textbook with answer keys for the textbook and the exercises and the additional worksheets are also there. Then the digital support that includes interactive exercises, worksheets, games, test generator, all these are also included. Now for example, in chapter 26 where we have email writing, we have poster making. This again goes with our NEP and National Education Policy where they are talking about art education to be mingled with the subjects in the classroom. So this goes poster making to make it more colorful, and not only having the art, it's to understand what are we talking about. It's basically talking about the celebrations. So celebrations not only of one place but all over the country, and then we can go further also, abroad also. So other countries. So this poster making itself becomes a big topic not only for English. It can be used for art education in any case, but even for environmental science, for social sciences. Now, for example, for class 7, listening text, because we have reading, writing, listening, speaking, all the skills have been merged together in our book called Applied Grammar and Composition. But so many things that we have talked about. Not only this, now for example, Scotland of the East. Which is the Scotland of the East? That is Meghalaya. So about Meghalaya. So it's not only about English, but it's basically about environmental science, social sciences, and of course the geography also, the place also, the culture also, and their, how they live and what are the differences that they have. So we have given it a name, Scotland of the East. Then protect environment. We are talking about environment. So the topic relates to environment, how to switch off, when to on, how to save water, and then how to overcome laziness. Now children are so used to, becoming couch potatoes these days, they don't. So how to come out of your laziness, and then how there's a beautiful story given that how idleness can make you, a zero person. Now for example, book number 8. In this beautifully we have explained with the picture so that children can understand, each and every aspect of it. Now it has been explained, line graphs, how to interpret data. The pictures are given so that this is not only English, basically it relates to all other subjects also. So we have tried to integrate many more subjects along with our English grammar and composition. That's our USP. That is what NEP is talking about. Please see that scholastic and post-scholastic go together side by side. So that is what we have tried to bring in: physical, mental, spiritual, holistic, the social quotient, emotional quotient, and talk about many more aspects which are there in life, which we can teach them not only through other subjects but even through English, through our grammar, through our composition. And that is how we have tried it to make it little different from others. National Education Policy 2020, which is talking about holistic approach to education. Scholastic, co-scholastic should go together. All the languages have to be given equal importance, and that is how they want us to take it up. Now, in our grammar book, what we have tried to do is to bring in composition, comprehension, day-to-day activities in such a manner that it gives a holistic look. Because scholastic and post-scholastic, that is the physical, mental, emotional aspects, all have to go together. So EQ, IQ, and MQ or SQ, social quotient or spiritual quotient, all go together. So National Education Policy is talking about a child's holistic lifestyle. For example, experiential learning, collaborative learning, learning inquisitiveness, unique way of learning, That is, go, experience, and then come back. No subject is very important and other subjects are not important. There was a time they used to give more importance to subjects like physics, chemistry, maths. Now all the other subjects which relate to core scholastic, also music, dance, art, craft or physical education, they are all equal importance to be given to all the subjects. Keeping that in mind, we try to collaborate, we try to integrate all those aspects in our books so that the child learns not only English grammar and composition but many more things which have been talked about in our national education policy.